What's good, you guys? Obviously from the Moment Network, and we're with the legendary Elliot Wilson. Brother, how you doing today?
I'm good, brother. How you?
I'm blessed, brother. Man, you've been in the game for a long time. You interviewed some amazing legends, man. You know, I'd love to know, like, how did you get started in music journalism?
Man, 1992, independent magazines. Met a brother named Sasha Jenkins. Wow. Incredible filmmaker right now. He got Biz Markie documentary coming out.
Wow.
He taught me the game about how putting independent magazines out. We had a magazine called Beatdown, and then we created one called Ego Trip. So,
wow.
And I wanted to join the Source. That was my goal. And then we did the independent thing, and I got the job at the Source in '96, and it's been crazy since then.
That's amazing, man. It's amazing. And you know, from all the interviews that you've done, like, what has been your favorite one that you've done, and why?
Man, I think it's between the Jay-Z and the Drake. And I think on the good days it's like, one's my favorite, one's my not, like my children and shit. Yeah, I mean, the Jay I'm super proud of because of the history I've had with him and our friendship. Drake being comfortable enough to finally tell his story about his growth for being that artist of the decade at that time. So right. I think they're tied, really, Jay-Z, Drake. Well, really, Jay-Z and Drake, and then also R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, and Nip's a good friend, and like, you know, I have these moments with him. The Rap Radar podcast, there's two of them. The car test, like, you know, that means a lot too.
Wow, that's legendary, man. That's legendary. And you know, so we're from Toronto, right? So we have to ask, like, the whole interview with Drake. How was that whole experience being in his house? Because you're the only one, y'all the only one that got an interview in his crib. Yeah. So how was that whole experience? And how did that come together?
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You know, you start at magnitude. You don't get him to do your platform. You collaborate. You do a business. You work out a deal, you collaborate together. You're Absolutely. Business partners. So shout out to him, shout out to Future the Prince, shout out his team. Amazing. And Theo, his guy, shot it. So, wow, you know, shout out Theo. Theo's amazing. We know. Theo's a young legend, he's amazing. So it's a road game for us, like we're gonna do this thing. It's in the boy's hands, and hopefully the world will see it.
Yes.
So he had final approval. I'm gonna clarify this for the record, like it's Toronto. He had final approval for whatever was gonna go out to the world, yes. Right? But so we do the collaboration. They send me the video back. It's like over 2 hours.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh shit! Like, did they fuck up and send me the wrong version? Like, I'm like, it's perfect. I approve. We had joint approval. So I was like. You know, he took out things like, I teased him about the Chris Brown club fight.
Yep.
He took that out. He took out the Sirius XM deal because that wasn't official yet. Yeah. That's what he took out. He didn't take out Pusha T, Kanye, the shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. He didn't take none of that out. So that's collaboration. That's respect. Absolutely. It's partnership. You know, nobody's getting the Drake interview unless they're willing to know how to do business with the boy and his team. And it has to be a collaborative process, you know? And I think we still there wasn't any less authentic what you saw because Theo shot it and because we was whatever, it was real. You know?
Absolutely, and especially in Toronto, I have to say, like, that people still talk about the interview till today. You know, that I think that was like the best interview ever that Drake ever did. You know,
so, yeah.
Absolutely. So I know that's wonderful, man.
Can't do that anywhere else, man.
No, that's it.
Talk to him.
That's it. Come on, talk to him nice. Talk to him nice. And like, so on the topic of Drake, you know, like, what's your favorite Drake song? An overall Drake song?
Oh man, it changes every day. I like when he's popping his shit.
Right. Period.
Oh yeah, no friends in the industry.
No friends. Come on, big twist.
That's our vibe right now.
Period.
You know?
Period.
Yeah, the boy is busy, man.
Absolutely.
He's an all-time great. He's the best right now, as I said. I think Hove's the GOAT overall. I think Drake has been the reigning champion of rap for damn near a decade strong. Yeah, I like when the boy pops his shit. Yeah, those are my joints.
I love that, man. I love that. You know, like nowadays, because you've interviewed so much people, like, how do you choose now? Like, how do you choose nowadays? To, like,
smart though. Yeah, I don't have to sit with you, my G.
Right?
Yeah. Nah, that's what it is. Like, but you know, it's a challenge, like, especially with new artists, because like a lot of times you want to connect to new artists because you understand in the future, but they may not be ready to like be official enough to be a good subject yet as media. So. It's a challenge, you know, but I still embrace that. So I just trust my instincts, and it has to be the right timing, right? Like, I haven't sat with like Ice Spice yet, but I know when that's gonna be time, and I respect what she's doing, and like a lot of young female rappers out here, the noise they're making. So it's like it's got to be the right thing. Like when I did Nicki Minaj with Crown, it's like that was the right moment. The barbs was there, it was crazy, like, you know what I mean? Like, I had to deal with that. So it's like I want to have those moments with the new generation, but sometimes the timing has to be right, and it takes time. You know, you gotta be patient.
Absolutely. And you know, I know, like throughout your whole career, you have to like have gone through some challenges. What is like one challenge, you know, that happened and you overcame in your career?
Well, I was saying earlier, somebody asked me something similar, and I was saying, like, I think no matter how successful you get, there's always a battle to get your creative ideas out at times, right?
Absolutely.
So whether or not people understand what you want to do or whatever, like, that never stops. There's no level of success that doesn't ever prevent that happening. So you're constantly like battling this whole thing of like, okay, I believe in this, I want this to happen. How do I make it happen? And you know, not everybody's gonna give you the open door for it. You have to work for it.
That's it.
You gotta find the right partners, you gotta knock these doors down, like it's a challenge. So that doesn't stop. You can view me as Elliot Wilson, the legend, he's lit, but I still gotta face that same battle at times of like, what's the right avenue? How do I break that door down?
Absolutely.
How do I make it happen? Absolutely. It never stops.
That was some gems right there. That was
for real.
Gems.
It never stops. You know what I'm saying?
I love that, man. On the Moment Network, we asked everyone this one question: what does living the moment mean to you?
I think living in the moment is like appreciating it. Like don't get so caught up in like, again, worried about the next thing I'm gonna do. Like I got to interview, I'm interviewing Jeezy next Tuesday, right?
Okay.
So my mind's in that, then I can't appreciate today and seeing Central C and like having that conversation. Like you can't speed things up. You have to kind of be in the moment still. Like always focus on the future, but like allow yourself to kind of be where you're at and appreciate it, man. It's a blessing, man. We're doing what we love, man. You got a nice chain. We like wearing t-shirts. Like we blessed to be doing what we're doing, and like you can't take. You know, we blessed to be doing something we're passionate about, and you can't take it for granted. You got to be aware in the moment and balance that out, you know?
I love them, man. And last question, you know, because a lot of people are trying to be like, you know, everyone's trying to be not everyone, but everyone's trying to be a journalist, you know? But what, so what?
She wasn't cool before me.
Right.
I was the first to make that cool. Nobody else.
That's it.
I want a t-shirt.
You have to, bro. Come on.
Yeah, no.
But what advice do you have for like the new generation? He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I'm Donda. That's real. What's up, my man? What's up?
But wow, what advice you have for any journalist that's trying to get in the game? You know, what advice?
Yeah, I don't think it's about being a journalist. I think it's about more, because that was the thing when I did the thing with Sway. Like, I love Sway, but like, I grew up in an era where it was like radio was this and press was that, media was this. So, you know, Sway is a legend, but he was radio.
Yes.
What I was doing as a magazine, I was press. You know, the promotion department dealt with Sway and the radio. The publicist dealt with me in the media. But now we're all doing the same thing. This is all broadcasting. We're all media, we're all outlets, we're all like, there's an even playing field.
Absolutely.
So that's how I look at it. Like, there's no divide of it. Like, my thing is look at the landscape, see what's not being done, and jump in and do it, you know, and like, and build out what your voice is and what you're trying to do, and be distinctive in that landscape. So I welcome it, man. If you do great work, it's gonna be recognized. Like the young girl, Jazzy, the little girl.
Absolutely.
Legend, the young legend. So I saw her, she interviewed me yesterday at the Cali golf thing. She's here today.
Wow.
Like, you see how she broke through her shit.
Yeah, I shoot inspiration. Like, yeah, she's like definitely doing
I met
amazing.
her father, her team, like,
Wow.
you know, what she's trying to do. And that's why I think it is, that inspires me. Like, yo, you, like you said, knock these doors down. You're doing great work. I sat with you. Like, you got to do that and like break those things down. Like, we're all judged in that same parameter. There's no different divide anymore. It's not like, oh, that's terrestrial radio, that's satellite radio, that's magazines, that's online. No, we all in the same shit. It's Budden, it's Nori, it's Gilly Wallow, it's me, it's whatever. It's all the same world. And what you gonna do in that? Do it. Do it big.
Man. I love that. Well, thank you, Elliot. I really appreciate it, man, for taking the time. Absolutely. All right, y'all, stay tuned for more videos. It's the Moment Network. Come on. Thank you.
Talk to me nicely.
Come on.
What interview you had?
Yeah, oh my God.